All right. What's up?
Well, not much. Here we are in Gare Gallery in the Village Suisse.
Yeah.
And right now we have a show by Ely Mays, which I have chosen to title Quilting Out Loud.
Quilting Out Loud. Can you talk about your gallery? How long have you been here?
Okay, so we've been here about 6 months, since September 2018, and we've been showing mainly 20th century artists from the 1940s to the 1980s, accompanied by a show by a living artist, such as Ely Mays, for example.
Okay.
So those exhibitions we would change every month, roughly, and vernissage at the beginning and a finissage at the end. The finissage for Ely Mays being on Saturday, the 6th of July, 2019.
Can you show me some of Ely's work?
Yes, so we'll take a quick look at the exhibition.
Okay.
And coming over here, we have who put the hot in hot for this painting here. Okay,
Who put the hot in hot?
Exactly.
Wow, this is like a quilt.
Right, there's a lot of energy in there, and as you can see, Ely makes a lot of references to jazz, to movement, to particularly on the left-hand side, this jazz piece, which is called The Capital of Africa is Paris, which is a direct reference to the fact that a lot of African-American jazz musicians were able to practice their art in this country more than they were in the United States, particularly at the beginning of the 20th century.
Okay.
So if we go around to other paintings, we have another one which is full of life and colors and different references, with a view of Paris outside and different personages in the painting, and a couple of mammies who are at his smaller versions, smaller paintings.
That's like Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, right.
Let me see them. That's why he calls them the mammies?
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah. Wait a minute, let me get the other one. It's beautiful. Colors are very vibrant. Okay.
There's always a lot of color in these works. So this coming around to Cosmic Banjo, which is the painting that I chose to show the exhibit, to put on the invitation. And this is in a way an auto portrait showing the different decades: the 60s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, 80s, 90s, even 2000s.
A self-portrait.
A self-portrait of Ely as a survivor of many decades. And also, this is also where the title of the show comes from, Quilting Out Loud, which is a reference to African-American slave women who would pass messages by quilting because they weren't allowed to talk to each other. And so the idea of this exhibition is that this is Ely quilting but out loud, because he is of course allowed to say whatever he wants. So now we go on to the other side, which has a bullfighting piece.
Yeah.
And which would be a reference to Ely's time in Mexico, and also Ely's appreciation of works by Picasso.
Okay.
Okay. And then we have the last Texan barbecue.
It's like a reference to the Last Supper.
Exactly, it's a reference to the Last Supper, except for all the personages in this painting are people who came from Texas.
Okay.
So
now, who's in this piece? Hang on, let me see.
Gene Autry.
Hang on, let me see him. Let me see. That's Gene Autry. Okay.
Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson. Yeah.
And here we have Admiral Nimitz.
Admiral Nimitz. Okay. Who's that beside Admiral Nimitz?
Scott Joplin.
Scott Joplin, yeah.
And Waylon Jennings.
Waylon Jennings. Okay. Who's in this painting?
Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Lightning Hawkins.
Lightning Hawkins.
And Roy Orbison.
Roy Orbison. These are all legends. Who's up here?
Joe Tex.
Let's see. Joe Tex. Wait a
Edgar
minute.
Winters,
Edgar Winters.
and Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan. Okay. What's that in the middle over here?
And to finish in the middle, we have Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly. What's it called again, this painting?
This is The Last Texas Barbecue.
The Last Texas Barbecue. With all the legends of music and just personalities, people
Personalities who
of marked history from Texas.
who are from Texas, and we've forgotten one who is actually down here, which is Janis Joplin.
Janis Joplin.
Who actually who said that she was from San Francisco just to make people feel better about her, but she is actually from Texas.
And there's also Aunt Jemima in there.
That's right.
Wow. This painting has so much detail. It is just incredible because there's actually paintings in the painting.
Yes, these are either references to Texas, as in the yellow rose of Texas up here, Route 66.
Yeah.
And particularly, Ely tells me that this is the car that he used to have when he lived in Texas.
So your gallery is a forum for modern art, for artists who are willing to express themselves or able to express themselves, who want to express themselves.
That's right. We are open to any kind of art, particularly I would say particularly abstract art, even though Ely's art is an exception. But I have to add that I have been wanting to curate this exhibition for a very long time, as I've known Ely for 20 years, and it wasn't possible before. So I am very happy to be able to present Ely now, and I think it is a good moment to present him, considering the political situation on either side of the Atlantic and the ambiance in the world in general.
Okay, and you're from a family of curators, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. My grandfather.
So you're not
curator.
you're not like an amateur. You're a professional.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've been a curator and assistant in different galleries and museums for the last 20 years. And as I said, my grandfather was also director and curator of museums in the United States.
Yep. So you're like the man to come to see if you're an artist who is serious, who has like a press book that is complete, because you work with the pros.
That's right. If someone has something to say, then I would be more than happy to listen and to organize a show in the Village Suisse in this location, and hopefully in a few months' time in our future location in Deauville, which will be in the train station of Deauville-Trouville. It will be a much bigger space, and which is also the reason why we chose the name Gare à l'art, which means in French, beware of art.
Okay, and the last question I have to ask you is, what is your address and how do we get here?
So we are, as I said, we are in the Village Suisse, which is close to the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
And the metro is La Motte Piquet Grenelle.
Yeah.
And once you get to La Motte Piquet Grenelle, there is a sortie, there is an exit, exit 5 to the Village Suisse or Swiss Village, and we are number 3435 in the village.
Just follow the red carpet.
Exactly.
Okay. Thanks, Manus.
Thank you very much.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to hear a lot about your gallery in the future. I know it. Thank you.